idea what that voice is. Or am I allowed to make that voice still? Come on, it's Fat Albert. I gotta be able to make that voice still. I know Bill Cosby did it, but it's a fictional character. This stuff makes me sad. Get my coffee ready. Come on. I'm running a couple minutes late. Oh, it's Thursday. We're almost there. Almost back to the weekend. Come on, coffee. Be ready. All right, let's get into it. All right. We'll go at 60 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Thursday. It is March 4th, 2021. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. It's very warm. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday was a rough day. I did not enjoy yesterday. I did not go to Taekwondo as I had wanted to. Probably around 11. I was in a hole. I was not feeling good emotionally. And I spent the rest of the day pulling myself out of it. I got work done, had a wonderful call with Frank, which honestly was the highlight of my day. Went to the gym with my headphones on. Made waffle fry nachos. Ate far too much food. Ate a pint of ice cream, which I have not done in I don't know how long. Was gluttonous, and it was needed. And I feel better today. Sometimes doing the wrong thing can be the right thing if it's for the right reason. Eating the way I did yesterday for dinner was not a good decision, but it was for the right reasons, and it worked. Congested, probably from eating terribly yesterday. That's okay. I'll be eating better today and tomorrow, and it evens out. It's okay. What else did I do yesterday? The little bit of sparring gear that is on whistlekick.com. Started pulling together a couple orders that customers put in. We've got a customer who's purchased from us several times in the past, and that customer has nothing to do with martial arts. They are a more traditional sporting good company, but in a niche, something that is pretty niche, and they really like our shin guards. So they were really excited to see that we had some back in stock and ordered a bunch at a really cheap price, because I had a bunch of the colors up there were clearance priced, and they ordered wholesale, which gets them a discount off that. And so I'm putting together that order because nothing is in any kind of organizational manner. It just, stuff is all over the place. And so I got maybe half or 3/4 of their order and another order from somebody else, one of our earliest supporters. Circled back around, bought a few pieces. And so everything out there was 27 degrees in the warehouse yesterday when I picked those orders. And so I need everything to warm up so I can check it, because at 27 degrees, gear doesn't move. And I want to make sure that what I send out is good quality. It's got our name on it. It's got to be good. We don't do it any other way. But what's going on today? A couple client calls. Continuing to work on some new sales material. I'm going to drive north to my part-time office sort of shared co-working thing. And got some ideas that I want to work through while I'm up there. And then tomorrow will be really interesting. Tomorrow, I've got a half day. And early morning should be implementing some of this new sales stuff that I've set up. Some of you will see it when it goes live. You saw the last version. It showed up on Facebook. It'll show up on Facebook again. This time it's going to be better. I don't know how long it's going to take me to put together. We'll find out. But that's my main project for tomorrow. And then I booked this like a month ago. I have a massage with one of my favorite massage therapists. I haven't had a massage in a long time. So I'm looking forward to that. And that'll be the end of my day. So not a bad finish to the week. I've done some good work this week. Today is my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. Looks like the family's getting together on Saturday afternoon. That's what it seems like we're doing. So I'm looking forward to that. Coffee is delicious. What else? It's like completely light out now. So it's early March. So we're going to have this it's going to be light when we do this show for what? 6 months? March, April, May. Yeah. 6 months or so. Well, it'll be light. It's kind of cool. It's easier to get up and do an early show when it's light out. I have to shave, but I don't want to. Probably put that off. I don't like shaving. It's boring. I've done it before, and I've done it well. I don't want to do it again. I want somebody else to shave me. That sounds weird. I don't like doing repetitive tasks. That's why this show is different. It's different every day. A little bit anyway. Alright. I think I'm out of stuff to say. Oh, here's something. We'll acknowledge this, and I'm going to read Frank's statement from yesterday. Any day now, YouTube. What's going on? Come here. All right. So yesterday we read some great quotes from Mother Teresa. And I posted one of those on my personal Facebook page yesterday, the one about love that I really liked. And some people clued me in that apparently she was not the cut and dry figure that I thought her to be, that there's a tremendous amount of controversy around her. And so Frank said, some things about Mother Teresa that I didn't know have recently come to light. Needless to say, I will no longer be posting any more of her quotes. So if anyone was hurt in our usage of Mother Teresa quotes yesterday, my apologies. I did do some research. I didn't just accept other people's opinions on this. I did some research, and at the very least, she is an immensely controversial figure, and the work that she is claimed to have done is at least suspect. So, Now, something interesting about Mother Teresa. Years ago, I was connected with someone who had met her on multiple occasions and was gifted a rosary by Mother Teresa. It was hot. She let me hold it a couple times. It was hot. I don't mean it was warm because it had been in contact with her skin. I mean it was hot. Both times. It defied logic. There was nothing in it to make it warm. Yeah. I lost contact with that person. She was a pretty amazing woman. She's probably passed away by now. Met her when I was in college. Very grandmotherly figure. Very strong, very powerful woman. I don't mean in any kind of like big way, but I just mean like like a spiritual, metaphysical way. And it's easy when someone makes a claim like I just have that you say, oh, well, she could have been lying. I suppose she could have. But if you spent any time with her, that would be really hard to imagine. She was an exceptional person. Somebody remind me. I have to remind Mara about that. Mara is someone I went to college with, and she helps a little bit on the team. And Mara was with me when we first met her at an event, a handful of us. And she helped me. We were part of the group that brought her to our school. Dots connecting. Today we have 4 quotes from Harper Lee. I don't know who Harper Lee is. Let's see. I want to look this up. Can I do this quickly? Let's try. Harper Lee. Come on. Harper Lee, American novelist. Nell Harper Lee was an American novelist best known for her 1960 novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. There we go. It won the 1961 Pulitzer Prize and has become a classic of modern American literature. Lee published only 2 books, yet she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2007 for her contribution to literature. There we go. Okay. As you grow up, always tell the truth. Do no harm to others and don't think you are the most important being on earth. Rich or poor, you then can look anyone in the eye and say, I'm probably no better than you, but I'm certainly your equal. There's a situation that's coming up that I'm finding incredibly frustrating because it ultimately boils down to my own integrity. And I'm not going to go into what it is because it's a longer story than it really needs to be. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to do something that I really want to do, that I can do safely, because the only way to do it involves me lying. And it's a lie that doesn't hurt anyone, but it's a lie. And I don't like to lie. And I have control over this one, so I'm not going to. And I'm going to miss out on something, and that really sucks. Having a code, integrity, whatever your rules of being are, you got to hold to them. You got to hold them in the way you want other people to hold to them. Or apply at least the same standard to yourself that you apply to others. If you want other people to be honest with you, you have to be honest with them. If you want other people to do their best, you have to do your best. And there are a lot of people out there right now complaining because other people aren't living up to the standards that they don't even hold themselves to. And if that's how you're going to be, nobody's going to respect you or trust you. So keep that in mind. I've held myself to a high standard for a long time. And I've had other people tell me that they can't handle being held to that high of a standard. That's fine. You don't need to be in my life. I only choose to associate with exceptional people. Next. The one thing that doesn't abide by majority rule is a person's conscience. The one thing that doesn't abide by majority rule is a person's conscience. It's kind of similar to the issue of me lying, isn't it? 1,000 people could tell me it was okay. I don't think I could do it. We've got to trust our instincts, our gut, our conscience, whatever you want to call it. We've got to have some faith in that internal narrative to make decisions, because what else do you have? Really, what else do you have? You can't outsource every decision. You have to have something internally to trust. And without it, we get lost. There's that voice. We all have that voice. Sometimes we don't like hearing from that voice because it tells us what we do not want to hear. We have to hear it. It's important. It's important to listen. I'm realizing how puffy my face looks. Ugh. This is from eating like crap last night. Next. People in their right minds never take pride in their talents. I don't know that I agree with that. People in their right minds never take pride in their talents. I wonder if she is using pride differently than I would. She wrote a classic American novel. Was she really not proud of that? I have a hard time believing she wasn't proud of that. There's a difference between being proud and gloating. I'm proud of the things that I've accomplished. But it doesn't mean I'm going to remind you of them. I don't agree with this one. If somebody has a different interpretation of it, I would love to hear it. See, now the wheels are turning. They're struggling to catch on. Let me read it again. People in their right minds never take pride in their talents. I don't get it. I don't get that one at all. Good morning, Brian. We're trying to figure out, if you're just joining us, why this Harper Lee quote doesn't make sense. I don't know. I think I'm going to just let it go. I am warm. It is warm out. It is warm in. I worked out yesterday, so my body temperature's up. The coffee's hot. A lot of temperature elevating things. Yeah. All right. Let's see what the last one is. Let's knock this one out, and then we can start our day. You just hold your head high and keep those fists down. No matter what anybody says to you, don't let them get your goat. Try fighting with your head for a change. While the fist down part may or may not play into your sparring style, your fighting style, the rest of it works. Fighting with your head. Now it doesn't. Now the the context that she means this is obvious, right? She's talking about, civil rights era and things, just general fighting in the world, fighting for progress, fighting for your mission, for what matters to you. But this is a martial arts show, so let's talk about this from a martial arts perspective. How many people step out and spar and never get better? A lot of people, I've known many, many people whose ability to spar as a, let's say, a year or two in of their training, and then 5 or 6 years into training, almost the same. Why? Because in the heat of the moment, when faster paced freeform movement is part of the training, they are not permitted to work on things and thus stay with the same things that they've always done. Now, there are only a couple ways that you can break that pattern. One, you can have an instructor who sees the value in slow movement, as I do, as I preach loudly, and gives you opportunity for slow freeform movement so you can work things out and find things that make more sense to move slowly enough that your mind can move fast enough to make decisions in real time. Or you can work on some of those things yourself. Most people don't do either. Most people only work on their fighting in the context of fighting. Until, strangely enough, you get to higher levels. And then you'll see people working on certain aspects of their fight game. They will work on certain scenarios, kind of like in chess. There'll be certain settings on the board. Okay, how do you work from this? How do you work from that? Okay, if you're in this position and your opponent's in this position, how do you work from that? You can do the same thing with sparring. There are lots of ways to work through this stuff, but they all require thinking. If you want to get better at anything, you have to think about how to get better. And that's one of the things I've been working on this week with this new sales tool that we're developing for our programs, which, reminder, prices go up on Monday. Buy them before Monday. They go up a lot. Anything that you want to improve at requires taking a step back from where you are, analyzing the situation, determining what is going right, what is going wrong, and identifying what could be done better. As you work through what could be done better, you start to understand how to change those things. As you start to change those things, you start to see improvement. As you start to see improvement, you continue that process. This is essentially what I do for all of my clients. I work with them to get them to take a step back from their business. What is it that is holding you back? Where's the opportunity for improvement? Let's address that. And we are going to address that until it is no longer the place that makes the most sense to invest your time. If we're talking about sparring, fighting, what is the thing holding you back? For most people, it's positioning. It's where am I in relationship to my opponent or partner? And so coming to understand how your hands, feet, head, distance, how all of those things impact how you spar and what the results are, have a big impact. One of the things that I picked up, I love this. This is something that I barely scratched the surface on, but when I get to spar, which has been a long time, I enjoy working on this. Master Freddie LePan, who I'm fortunate enough to know, and I'll call him a friend. I won't lie and say that we're great friends, but he's a friend. Lives one town over. What was he, episode 13 of Martial Arts Radio? He was really kind to come on the show early. That's really when I got to know him. He does some amazing things with his hands. He will put you in position for where he wants you based solely on his hands. It's amazing. I've watched, I've experienced it. He has done it to me. It's like, oh, I didn't want to be here. He put me here without even touching me. It's awesome. which is one of the reasons he's such a great fighter. He's been a dominant fighter, point fighter for 20 years, longer. Yeah, pretty exceptional. So, all right, let's call it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Oh, it's Thursday. Is the Thursday episode out yet? Let's take a look. I don't know why my voice did that. Oh, yeah. Andrew and I did an episode 585, career options for martial artists. We talk about the obvious and the non-obvious. So check that out. It is in video. I think you'll like it. And last night, the finale for Whistlekick Live went up here on YouTube. Got some views on that already. And if you want to leave questions, comments, feedback, anything like that for First Cup for me to read tomorrow for the Friday episode, drop that in the comment section below once the show closes. If you want to support us, we've got mugs, we've got Patreon, we've got programs, we've got all kinds of good stuff. Go to whistlekick.com, use the code FIRSTCUP15 to get 15% off. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because we do this show every weekday, 6:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.